So this US oil analysis for Tuesday, 14th of August. Now let's just have a look at prices, where prices may likely go. So more recently we've encountered some difficulty around this 67.73. What we did see was a sharp breakdown. This is a rather large candle, may just be news related. Sure, this very sharp sell-off here on the US oil after this breakdown from 67.73. We've had price come pretty close towards the test of that 65.60. Just to have a look to see where our lows are here. Our lows are currently sitting in around that 65.69. So even about 9 cents of that 65.60, from which we saw this very strong, sharp bullish reaction. So we've had a sharp acceleration to the downside, an equally sharp recovery. And as we can see, the price have consolidated above the 67.12 and slightly below the 67.73 here on the US oil. So from these increasingly smaller candles showing there has been a deceleration in momentum here to the upside, we might just see accelerated momentum to the downside in the form of a pullback. We might see a pullback here, possibly down towards our 67.12. If we do hold support around 67.12, looking for a test of 67.73, and if we can break and hold above 67.73, 68.19, while being aware of the 400 period moving average sitting in around that 68.50. And we also should be aware of the 200 period moving average sitting slightly below 68.19. But looking at the 400 period moving average around 68.50, and if we do see pretty strong recovery here to the upside, we'll be looking for price head up towards that 69.51 here on the US oil. What we'll do now is have a look here at the daily chart, see how prices are developing, so we get scaling here correct. As we can see here on the daily chart of the US oil, we had sharp acceleration to the upside towards a $75 barrel, equally sharp pullback, went through into this consolidation, broke the consolidation to the downside, did not see quite a bit of momentum follows through. Instead, what we did see was a bit of a recovery, sharp move here to the downside, breaking to new lows, possibly taking out a few stops, breaking to new lows down towards our 65.60, but we've seen an equally strong recovery. So do have some buyers holding this market up at present, and even though we did close bearish, we did have a pretty strong recovery here from that sell-off. So if we do see that fall through to the upside, again, we mentioned those that we are looking at. But overall, the structure does appear increasingly bearish, especially if we do take this strong close beneath the previous lows, had a brief recovery, and we've seen another batch of sell-side momentum come into the market. So we'll see if we do see this continued fall, or if we initially see a bullish bounce. If that bullish bounce fails, we're looking for realignment with the overall move more recently, which has been to the downside here on the US oil. And levels of note here from daily chart, I suppose we're looking at a move down towards that 63.60 or so. That's the very next meaningful low here on the US oil, while being aware of the 200 period moving average currently sitting at 64.53. So we're around our 64.53. Slightly below the 64.75. We might as well say 64.75 because depending on how long prices do take to get down there, we could have the 200 period moving average sitting pretty much at that level. There is a possibility of seeing a bullish bounce due to confluence of a 200 period moving average here from a daily chart, as well as the horizontal level here on the US oil. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the US oil analysis. Thanks for watching.